Hey everybody, I'm Todd Stark of Stark VO. I'm a voice actor specializing in documentary narration, e-learning, and commercials. Given that cold and flu season is upon us and I just recovered from a nasty head cold, I thought it might be a great time for another episode of I'm Just Saying. Some of you will recall how a few weeks ago I had a really bad head cold. It was not fun, and it was one of the longest head colds I think I've ever had. It wasn't COVID, and it wasn't RSV. It was just an old-fashioned, make your head want to explode head cold. And it kept me off of the microphone for almost 3 weeks. Well, to be fair, it kept me off the microphone for 2 weeks, but it probably should have kept me off the microphone for 3 weeks. Because you know what happened that third week when I went back to auditioning? And most importantly, do you know what the response was to my auditions? Listen. Yeah, that's right. Not only didn't I win any work that week, I wasn't even shortlisted once. I shouldn't have been trying to do it at all. My voice was still sort of raw and nasal, and I should have focused on other things like marketing or writing or almost anything other than auditioning. Growing up, probably like most people, I had a head cold once or twice a year. And it wasn't until I got really serious about my immune health that I started to do things to really take care of it. And so I started taking more immune supplements to boost my immune system. I feel like I contracted fewer colds once I started boosting my immune system with supplements. And that's what I want to talk about a little bit today. So right about now, you're thinking to yourself, oh my God, this is an infomercial. It's not. I'm not selling anything. I'm not endorsing anything. And Lord knows I'm not a healthcare professional. But if you're in the performing arts in any way, shape, or form, you know how bad a head cold can impact you. And I've commiserated with colleagues in voiceover as well as those in theater and vocal music. And so I thought I'd share with you my immune regimen in the hope that it might help you this cold and flu season, either to avoid a cold or to maybe make it less severe if you get one. So let me show you the stuff that I take regularly to help me avoid getting colds in this kind of season. Now, hold on to your backsides because it's a lot of stuff. Okay, I know what you're thinking. You're looking at all this bottled stuff and saying,
holy motherforking shirtballs.
Fair enough. It's a lot of supplements, and I didn't even include them all here, just some of the major ones as well as to show you my steamer, because that's something I think makes sense all the time, irrespective of whether or not you have a cold. By the way, one other treatment I should probably mention that's used by lots of folks who have a cold or any kind of a sinus condition is the use of a neti pot with a saline solution. For me, that's a hard no. Not happening. I'm happy to chat with anyone offline if you have questions or comments about what I take or when or why. And by the way, just so you know, when I contracted this last head cold, I had been in an environment with a lot of people in close quarters, one of whom had a terrible head cold. And most importantly, I had gotten lazy and stopped taking all of my immune stuff over the summer. I just decided, I don't really need to. Now, maybe I'd have gotten a bad cold anyway. I don't know. My connection between my immune stuff and getting a cold is corollary, not causal, of course. But I sure made it easier for myself to get sick, and if your voice is your career, the cost is high when head cold equals no work. One final point just to reinforce, I'm not recommending anything to anybody here. I'm just showing you what I've done for my own immune health and what I've gone back to doing regularly in the hope that from now on, if I get rejected for a role or a read, it's because I'm not the right voice versus because I'm the voice of Elmer Fudd. That's it. Thanks so much for watching. Please stay healthy, and I'll see you on the next episode of I'm Just Saying.